Gua si Dhikapedia, blog paling ganteng, paling keren, paling tampan, paling top global, yoman. Dan seperti biasa kita melanjutkan lagi keseruan gua bermain game Assasin Odyssey, teman-teman. Kita lanjut lagi, yuk. Oke teman-teman, di episode kemarin kita udah berhasil ketemu sama si Dimos ya teman-teman. Dan kemarin kita udah sampai mana ya? Coba cek dulu deh questnya teman-teman. Quest di Eye of Cosmos. Gue mau lanjutin dulu. Ini mana nih? Upgrade Spear 2966 meter. Jauh juga sih ya. Gua mau coba dulu ini aja deh, yang terdekat. Kita lompat dulu ke bawah teman-teman. Apakah gua akan tewas? Oh enggak, ada jerami, aman. Wih. Oke, logis most building in the Agora. Sini arahnya. Sekarang gue punya kemampuan bisa lompat dari ketinggian nih teman-teman, dan kagak berdarah. Iya, jagoan kan gue. Iya. Oke.
They'll keep a sharp watch here.
Dua-dua ya. Oh, ada senjatanya banyak juga, lumayan. Oh, di sini. Tentakelnya di mana nih? Oh, ini sini semua. Oke. Gua harus diam. Kok kagak mau naik sih? Kita bersembunyi di kebun mawar. Oh iya, jangan berisik. Satu persatu. Bukan kapten kan ini? Kayaknya bukan kapten sih. Wah, ini gua harus agak berantem dulu sedikit nih. Gak apa-apa deh. Oke. Kita gerak cepat ya teman-teman, supaya nggak ketahuan. Kompetin dulu di sini, pojok. Oh, ini dia nih. Switch drill ostrich or the fake ones. Harus ganti sama yang palsu nih. 30 meter sekitar sini sih. Nah, mencurigakan. Oh, kayaknya di bawah. Iya, ada dia dong. Hihi. Kalau kita bisa hindari pertarungan, kita hindari ya teman-teman. Oke.
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
Sepatu baru. Gue coba cek dulu sepatu baru. Wih. Oh, masuk kotaan ini, deng. Kayak Aladin. Biar nggak penuh inventory gua. Repot urusannya kalau penuh, nggak bisa lari gua. Ini level 21. Ini gua nggak butuh yang ini. Gua buang aja dulu yang ini. Panah level 22. Berarti yang ini gua buang aja. Ada 2 panah yang gua buang. Oke, udah lumayan. Sekarang kita harus pergi. Kita harus ketemu si Pericles, teman-teman. Wah, Alexios Captain. Nanti aja. Gue mau ketemu sama si Pericles dulu ya, teman-teman. Tempat apa nih?
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Ini dia cuma pakai kolor. Yang lain masih mending ya. Bajunya cuma kainnya, ini pakai kolor doang.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Kita tanya-tanya dulu.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the result. This day has brought more questions than answers.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Alexios.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Oke, ini.
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmae, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
Ini.
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this? Or you, for simply sealing his fate?
Kayaknya ini gue akan pilih siapa ya? Kayaknya gue deh.
Fine. I'm more responsible. But I did it because I have one concern. Myself.
Then I hope you also think about today, about Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one.
Kayaknya si Socrates ini
I wouldn't
pria yang cukup bijak ya
price on my head
teman-teman.
or what? That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him and find out what these Athenians know about my mother.
Kita cek lagi. Kita dapat inventory baru. Kita dapat sepatu baru. 131. Buang aja deh. Gak terlalu kuat kok sepatunya. Kita dapat color baru. Color baru. Kita pakai ini level 21. Nah, kita pakai ini aja nih. Ada tanda panah-panahan. Ada beberapa yang kita buang. Gue juga dapat baju baru. Enggak deh. Ini masih lebih kuat teman-teman. Gue coba cek dulu questnya apa ya. Quest terbaru Pericles Symposium. Siapa tahu si Pericles ini punya petunjuk tentang dimana ibu kita ya teman-teman. Ibunya si Alexios ya. Gue panggil dulu Pak Bos. Sini Pak Bos. Hasil Pak Bos. Ayo. Hah, ya. Nggak jauh sih, cuma berapa meter, 400 meter tanah. Ayo Pak Bos. Semangat, ayo Pak Bos, semangat. Jadi kuda harus semangat Pak Bos. Kalau nggak nanti lu nggak gua kasih rumput organik temen.
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
Gua lewat doang.
Come on.
Ih, salah sendiri. Pokoknya hindar malah berhenti gua. Oke, kita lewat jalan belakang. Nah, jalan depan kayaknya bahaya nih gua nih. Gua cek dulu terus. Oh ini dia rumahnya. Di porno. Lah, ada si Phoebe.
Alexios, it's you!
Phoebe?
You said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back, but I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
Kita tanya-tanya dulu teman-teman.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the
Waduh,
outfit for
apa ya?
you.
Oke lah, gue ikutin aja lah.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're
Kayaknya
done.
kita dikasih baju baru teman-teman sama si Phoebe.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Oke lah Phoebe.
Here, Alexios. The mighty
Ada
mercenary
Herodotus di
and
sini,
traveler
teman-teman.
has finally made his grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongue. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be
Oh, ada
lost
si
in some
Socrates ya,
kind of
teman-teman.
intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Ini cuma pakai sempak doang, bro. Apa nih? Oh, bahaya odo.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
Ini.
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight. Or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Oke.
Me too.
Gue harus cek mana? Gather information about your mother. Oke. Gue nyari informasinya kemana ya? Sorry.
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios. But never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Kok agak aneh ya barusan yang satu ya. Setelah tahu nama gue Alexios, dia jadi agak pendiam ya teman-teman. Terus coba nanya ini. Yang katanya komedian ya teman-teman.
Of course, I only use the terms war or God or civility in the context of what can be observed. So I can observe soldiers fighting, but does that bring me any closer to understanding war? I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me conversing with this man of nonsense.
All you people do is talk. I'd rather not.
Gue coba cari info dulu di dalam. Halo. Oh, di balik pintu. Kita lihat ada apa di balik pintu, teman-teman.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such...
Oh, jangan-jangan banci nih, teman-teman.
I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
Oke, kita coba ikutin dulu ya teman-teman.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long. If you don't get the
Mau coba cek dulu. Get information from Alcibiades. Kita track dulu. Oh, harus masuk sini teman-teman.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
Coba cariin dulu.
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
I might be back.
If you come back with a jar of oil, I promise to show you how
Waduh.
grateful I am.
Waduh, dia sepertinya banci teman-teman. Repot tulisannya ini. Get information from Sophocles. Oke, kita coba cari itu si Sophocles. Dia dari sini teman-teman.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find the Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus, exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
Euripides drunk. Kita harus balik yang mana nih? Bikin si Euripides mabuk kali ini.
So, we get him drunk, and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Oke, jadi gua harus cari wine, teman-teman.
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though,
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
Gua tantang.
you and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Every Pidis seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
I'll return. And when I do, you two will drink up.
Olive oil. Gua dapet wine-nya di mana ya? Oh ini, gua harus nanya sama ini nih, Mbak, wine-nya di mana, Mbak?
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy here.
Amat. Ayo, kita tanding minum sebelum nanti gua bermain minyak-minyak sama si banci ya, teman-teman.
Care for another impression? My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't funny.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready
Kita
for
kasih dulu
more?
ya, teman-teman. Udah kelihatan ya si Alexios punya rencana ya, teman-teman.
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piece.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand.
Oke,
Let's have
tapi
some
jawab dulu
more.
pertanyaan gua.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
You ready for another?
Matanya si Alexios. Ya, dia mabok.
This
Dia jackpot,
wine is
teman-teman.
terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Every Pidis, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it.
Oke.
Hippocrates in Argos. Here I
Nah,
come.
gua harus balik dulu ke sini nih, si Sophocles, teman-teman. Gua harus balik ke sini dulu nih kayaknya nih. Cluenya membingungkan ya teman-teman, cluenya. Ya, gue harus ketemu sama orang ini lagi.
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Mau coba ini deh.
Time for some fun. But you'll have to help me strip out of these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
Waduh. Apa yang terjadi di dalam ya?
Now it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Pietera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts. Ali! Come back inside! Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again.
Gua geli lihat dia.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not
Oke,
much,
Anthusa
but
in
it's a start.
Corinth. Gua kayaknya harus pergi ke Anthusa. Tapi ini ada petunjuk lagi nih teman-teman nih. Ada petunjuk lagi.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Oke. Wah, kalau gua naik teman-teman. Mantul. Oh, ada si Socrates teman-teman. Kita ngobrol dulu sebentar ya.
If it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't agreed yet, just give up.
We're discussing the nature of rules. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
I've already had conversations like this with you, Socrates. I'm not in the mood to spend the rest of my night standing here.
I'd never ask you to do such a thing. You said plenty, and I feel I know you even better now.
Go while you still can. Perhaps you've loosened his ears to my point. Aspasia.
Oh, siapa nih? Aspasia, teman-teman. Wah, cantik-cantik, teman-teman. Sepertinya akan ada yang jatuh cinta nih, teman-teman. Wah, si Alexios jatuh cinta sepertinya, teman-teman.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alexios can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Oh, kok dia tahu ya?
Your spies have been watching me. I knew you people couldn't be trusted.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down and greet his guests.
Jadi kita dapat bantuan juga dari si Aspasia ya, teman-teman. Gimana? Talk to Pericles. Pericles ada juga di atas ya. Kita coba cek dulu. Cara naik ke atasnya gimana nih? Sorry Phoebe. Waduh, rumahnya membingungkan sekali. Ini kan dapur. Sini apa? Oh, ini tangganya. Gue harus bicara sama si Perikles ya teman-teman. Udah deh si Herodotos ya teman-teman.
Alexios!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked her to let me in.
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and speaking to everyone. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotos and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Ini yang mana ya?
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Banyak banget ya teman-teman pertanyaannya teman-teman.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotos was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to him, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe her when she says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Oke. Oh, ada misi lagi. Gue masih harus beresin misi juga nih. Ih, jalan keluarnya mana sih? Rumahnya bikin bingung.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
Gue kayaknya mau pergi ke Argolis ya teman-teman kayaknya.
There is a physician in Argolis that may be able to help me.
You're sick? You've never been sick.
No, I'm fine. I just need to talk to him.
Okay, good. It would be weird if you were sick.
Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think...
My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay, thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Oke, dan kita sudah dapat beberapa clue ya teman-teman.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope, I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Assasin. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon.
Bye, Phoebe.
Bye, Alexios.
Oke, letter to the master. This clue. Oh, punya clue buat untuk si Colt ya teman-teman. Salah satu anggota Colt. Oke teman-teman, untuk episode kali ini sampai sini dulu. Kita sudah dapat beberapa clue mengenai keberadaan ibunya si Alexios ya teman-teman. Dan ada 3 tempat ya teman-teman yang harus gua datangin. Salah satunya kita harus balik ke Argos. Dan seperti biasa, kalau kalian mau komen-komen, silahkan komen-komen di bawah. Jangan lupa klik like, share, dan juga subscribe. Jaga diri kalian, jaga kesehatan. See you in the next episode, and bye-bye.